Welcome to our presentation, The Public Life of Data, investigating reactions to visualizations on Reddit. My name is Tobias and this paper was written by Arran Ridley, Marian Dörk, Benjamin Bach, and me. With our research, we want to better understand how people express their reactions to visualizations. Prior work has studied how experts use, for example, visualization annotation to achieve a shared goal like decision-making or participatory sense-making. However, visualization reaches ever-widening and increasingly diverse audiences with individual opinions and personal perspectives on the data. So we are interested how these public audiences react to visualizations in the wild. We look at reactions of non-experts who do not share a goal when engaging with visualizations. Better understanding these audiences is key to understand how visualizations are used, how they can contribute to productive discussions, and what harm they can potentially cause. In our study, we look at audience reactions on Reddit. The subforum dataisbeautiful is a community of about 15 million people where visualizations are created, posted, and discussed by the members. We collected textual reactions on 20 popular visualizations and classified them using a grounded theory approach. We found 10 distinct reaction types that refer to 4 different scopes or basically areas of a visualization post. Among them were reactions like observations, conclusions, or hypotheses. These primarily express how people make sense of the data, and they have been discussed in prior work on social analysis and participatory sense-making. Sense-making is also connected to clarifications, where people ask about details in a post they don't fully understand, and usually they get further explanations by other members of the audience. And this audience also provides additional information like background knowledge, trivia information, or links to reading material to further contextualize information that is displayed in the visualization. I want to talk more specifically about 2 groups of reactions. On the one hand, people express critique about the visualization and its data. They criticize, for example, misleading encodings, and they provide proposals how to improve this problem. More interestingly, people call out missing or plainly wrong data, and with that, they help the broader audience who reads their comments to understand possible issues of data quality. The most interesting reactions to us were testimonies and opinions. Here, the reactions differ greatly from prior studies because in them, people position themselves according to their cultural, political, or social identity. Particularly in testimonies, people provide personal stories or biographic anecdotes, and with that, they basically connect a relatable human story to the data that is visible in the visualization. To better understand why people react, we did a follow-up survey to investigate people's motivation and identified 9 engagement drivers in 2 groups. On the one hand, people express personal perspectives and experiences. They share opinions or emotions, and they point out what is interesting to them. They add anecdotal evidence, and even more analytical reactions are used to match existing knowledge with the visualized data. They basically compare what they already know and what they see in the visualization. On the other hand, people are well aware that their reaction informs a public discourse, and therefore they have an impact on how this data is discussed or made sense of, and what additional information the wider audience gets to contextualize the presented data. So what can we do with this knowledge? Our results help understand the role of personal perspectives on data, and they pose challenges for future participatory visualization interfaces. For example, how can type-specific annotations be used to better capture nuances of reactions like critiques, clarifications, or contextualizations? What is the potential of audience-driven storytelling, where people contribute personal stories and testimonies to a visualization, and thus they add a subjective perspective to data that is otherwise considered raw or neutral? And how can we use audience engagement to visualize the discourse around the data and guide people's attention to areas that are highly debated or commented on? With that, I'm looking forward to your questions, and thank you for your attention. Thank you.